Welcome back, Maple Grove swim fans. Tonight it is Maple Grove boys versus Champlin Park. Our first event is the boys 200-yard medley relay, junior varsity. So it'll be Champlin Park in lane 2. Kane, Anderson, and Niederheiser. Maple Grove in lane 3 with Wilson, Edelman, Chaplin, and Altapeter. Champlin in 4 with Head, Whitehouse, Hibben, and Waldo. Champlin Park in lane 6 with Kachaya, Vandal, Stover, and Nundahl. Looks like Champlin Park is off to a lead in all 3 spots. Again, this is JV boys 200-yard medley relay. It's junior varsity. So it'll be 4 swimmers, all swimming different strokes. Lead right now is for Champlin Park's Landon Head in lane 4. He's going to pass off to Adam Whitehouse. Followed quickly by Ryan Kane in lane 2 for Champlin Park. Lane 6, Lucas Vandal is out of the water. Or into the water, sorry. So Maple Grove second swimmer, Aaron Edelman in lane 3. From the breaststroke portion. The next stroke will be the fly. Looks like Champlin Park's Ryan Kane has pulled in the lead in lane 2. But right there with him is Miles Hibben of Champlin Park in lane 4. Followed closely by James Stover in lane 6. Next swimmer for Maple Grove will be Anders Chaplin. He's going to be swimming the fly for Maple Grove. We're currently in 4th place. First place right now, and in the final lap is Owen Waldo for Champlin, lane 4. Lane 2 in second place is Josh Niederheiser. Also Champlin Park, and Champlin Park's third team in lane 6 right now is Aaron Nundahl. Maple Grove's last swimmer will be Aaron Altapeter. And he will hit the water here right now. He will finish it up for Maple Grove. First place does go to Champlin Park in lane 4, and second place as well in lane 3 at 2:21:20 and 2:26, and now in third place is Champlin Park in lane 6 at 2:42:7. Aaron Altapeter of Maple Grove will finish it out here. And then we'll be on to the boys varsity 200-yard medley. All right, so now we're going to be on to the boys 200-yard varsity medley relay. This will be lanes 1, 3, and 5 for Maple Grove, and lanes 2 and 4 for Champlin Park. Lane 1 for Maple Grove is Fuchs, Ruhr, Yoshi, and Osborne. Champlin Park in 2 is Smith, Thibodeau, Mayer, and Head. In 3, P, Scher, Martin, and Jimenez for Maple Grove. Champlin Park's Von Leahy, Woodward, Finke, and Helmrich in 4. Lane 5, it's Pickens, Elfstrand, Engler, and Liu. Maple Grove's Benjamin P. out to a big lead in lane 3. Followed in lane 4, Elfstrand will be next for Maple Grove. Taking off in third place is Woodward of Champlin Park, followed by Thibodeau. Big lead right now for Maple Grove's Daniel Shear. Connor Elfstrand in lane 5 is trying to stay in second place. He is passed up as he passes off in lane 5 to Jacob Engler into the fly portion, and ahead of him is Henry Finke of Champlin Park. So Gabe Jimenez is off. Still strong lead in first place. But now Maple Grove's Eris Liu is going to fight with Helmrich for second place. Helmrich first into the wall. Slight lead. Good turn. Takes a little bit more of a lead here. So first place will go to Maple Grove in lane 3 at 1:52.59. Champlin Park takes it for second place in lane 4 at 1:55.46. Maple Grove third in lane 5, 1:56.77. Fourth place goes to Champlin Park in lane 2, 2:02.7. And fifth place, in lane 1 to Maple Grove, 2:10.24. Next up, we're going to have the boys 200-yard freestyle relay, junior varsity. There will just be 2 teams here, both Maple Grove. Sorry, this is just the 200-yard freestyle junior varsity, not a relay. Adam Moneke of Maple Grove in lane 3, and Dean Yoshi in lane 5 for Maple Grove. Adam Moneke is a freshman, lane 3. And Dean Yoshi is a junior. This is a 200-yard freestyle. So each length of the pool is 25 yards. And again, this is the 200. Adam Moneke touches to start his final 50. Strong lead over teammate Yoshi in lane 5. Here comes Moneke for his final 25. And he will, now we're in the final 50. Our next race, as Moneke gets ready to finish up here, will be the varsity version, boys 200-yard freestyle. All 6 lanes will be taken. Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5. That'll be Zach Ruhr, Benjamin P., and Luke Martin. And for Champlin Park in lanes 2, 4, and 6, it will be Pullman, Nightingale, and Simshower. Munike finishes out in first place. Lane 3 at a time of 2:22.81. Yoshi finishes out second place in lane 5. Waiting for a time here. At 3:04.29. All right, 200-yard varsity freestyle. Roar, P, and Martin for Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5. Lane closest to us being lane 6. Lane at the top of your frame would be lane 1. Good lead for P in lane 3. Comes out strong. He's being chased in second place in lane 4 by Hugh Nightingale. Third place, slight edge to Martin in lane 5 from Maple Grove. Roar and Pullman of Maple Grove and Champlin Park are fighting out for fourth place. Roar looks like he has a slight lead here. Benjamin's into the wall, holding on to that strong lead. Nice turn by Martin. Pulls him briefly into second place with Nightingale, but it looks like Nightingale might be taking it back in the straightaway. Roar has pulled up into fourth place in lane 1, fighting off Pullman. Benjamin's cruising to a lead in lane 3. This should be easy win for Maple Grove here. Again, Martin on his turn, pulls briefly into second place. Looks like he might actually be pulling ahead. Like Nightingale is losing a little bit of gas here. P does turn in win in first place in lane 3 at 1:51.66. Martin will take second, it looks like, in lane 5. Strong finish by him. He comes in at second in lane 5 at 2:10.42. Third place goes to Nightingale in 4. Fourth place to Pullman in lane 2, and fifth place to Roar for Maple Grove at 2:24.20. Final spot in lane 6 for Nathaniel Simschauer comes in at 2:34.71. So now we be on to the boys 200-yard IM junior varsity. This is where one swimmer does all 4 strokes. This will be Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5. This is Fuchs, Rasky, and Kuklak. Lanes 2, 4, and 6 are Champlin Park's Hibben, Rohde, and Kane. Early lead for Hibben of Champlin Park in lane 2. He's followed closely by lane 5's Brady Kuklak. So they start with the fly. Rasky in third for Maple Grove in lane 3. Kuklak's closing in, has touched and taken first place. They're into the backstroke. Rasky solidly in third for Maple Grove in lane 3. Then it's Rohde and Kane in 4 and 6, bringing up the last 2 spots. Again, Kuklak into the wall first on the far end. building ever so slightly on a lead over Hibben in lane 2. Rasky still holding on to third place by a few body lengths as Rhodey tries to close the distance there. Kane on the outside, holding there right there with him. Kuklak into the breaststroke, pulls out an even bigger lead. Kuklak will touch first in lane 5. Hibben's right behind him there. He touches. In lane 2 for second. Rasky into the wall for third place in lane 3. And in a distant 4th and 5th are Kane in 6 and Rhodey in 5 for Champlin Park. Kuklak into the final leg, the freestyle. Hibben still in second, but here comes Rasky challenging him in lane 3. Will he be able to catch him and make up that body length lead? Kuklak touches in for the final 25 here. He will win this race pretty handily. And Hibben will pull in second as Rasky is falling back, but Maple Grove will take the first and third spots here as Kuklak touches for first in lane 5 at 2:43.45. Hibben of Champlin Park in lane 2 at 2:49.74. Rasky at 2:54.20 in lane 3 for third place. Rhodey and Kane in 4 and 6. Rhodey wins that battle 3:07.22 versus 3:07.63. So now we're on to the 200-yard IM varsity. This will be Maple Grove's Daniel Shear in 1, Connor Elfstrand in 3, Jacob Engler in 5. Champlin Park's Pierre Thibodeau in 2. Henry Finke in 4, and Jacob Hauk in 6. Again, the varsity 200-yard IM. Swimmers take their blocks. They have started. Looks like Finke is going to be first into the wall, the far end for the breaststroke, the fly portion. He's being chased by Connor Elfstrand in 3. And lane 1, Daniel Shear. Not too far behind is Jacob Engler in lane 5 for Maple Grove. First in the wall, Finke, Elfstrand, and Shear touch in third and second place in lanes 3 and 2. Engler still right there on lane 5. Finke with a strong lead here. He'll touch in for the backstroke portion. Oh, breaststroke portion. Elfstrand and Shear in 3 and 2, still chasing him. Engler has fallen back a little as Pierre Thibodeau pulls up into 4th place. Elfstrand and Shear look like they're making up a little bit of the distance here. Shear in second place in lane 1. He has made up almost all of it. Finke's lead is down to 1 length. Elfstrand and Shear are going to try and chase him here in the freestyle portion. Finke looks pretty strong. Finke does touch in first. Right away, right behind him, Elfstrand and Shear fighting it out for second and third. Henry Finke of Champlin Park will win this race in lane 4 at 2:17.62. And it is Elfstrand in 3 and second at 2:22.26, followed immediately by Shear at 2:22.71. Fourth place to Engler, 2:27.55, and Thibodeau in 2 for Champlin Park at 2:27.94. Last lane is Jacob Hauk of Champlin Park, 2:37.62. That was the boys' 200-yard varsity IM. Now we're on to the 50-yard freestyle for junior varsity. This will have 2 heats. The first heat is lanes 2 through 6. In lane 2, 4, and 6, it will be Nundahl, Ketchia, and Vandal for Champlin Park. In lane 3 and 5, it's Altapeter and Wilson for Maple Grove. 50-yard freestyle, so this is going to be just up and back. Fastest race in the meet. Looks like Altapeter for Maple Grove is not racing in lane 2. Strong lead for for Vandal in lane 6. He will touch in first at 27.26. Second in line here will be Champlin Park in lane 4 at 40.28 for Caden Ketchia. Third place in lane 2 for Champlin Park at 43.66 is Nundahl. Wilson finishes fourth for Maple Grove at 50.14 in lane 4. So now we're on to the second heat. This will be lanes 1, 3, and 5 for Maple Grove. This is Edelman, Kelly, and Locker. Waldo, Stover, and Anderson in 2, 4, and 6 for Champlin Park. Again, this is the junior varsity 50-yard freestyle. First into the wall in lane 6 is Matthew Anderson of Champlin Park. Not too far behind him in lane 2 for Champlin Park is Owen Waldo. Matthew Anderson will take it with 27.37. Second place in lane 2 at 28.83 is Waldo. Third in lane 4 is James Stover of Champlin Park. Maple Grove's first swimmer in lane 5 in fourth place is Landon Locker, 31.27. Fifth place in lane 3, Jeremy Kelly, 32.76. And to finish it out in lane 1, Aaron Edelman of Maple Grove, 40.54. So now we're going to get into the 50-yard freestyle varsity. One heat. Hudson Peterson in lane 1. Gavin Head of Park Center, Champlin Park, in lane 2. Gabe Jimenez, Maple Grove, one of the captains in lane 3. Nash Woodward of Champlin Park in lane 4. Alex Pickens, Maple Grove, another captain in 5. Jake Pullman in lane 6. This one's going to be close. It looks like it's going to be Jimenez in, yes, Jimenez in lane 3 at 25:31. Pickens right behind him at 25:37. Third place goes to Champlin Park at 25:69, Gavin Head. 26:66 for fourth place in lane 4 for Nash Woodward of Champlin Park. Fifth place, Jake Pullman, lane 6, 28:18. And the last place to Hudson Peterson, Maple Grove at 28:85. So now we're on to the 100-yard butterfly. This is varsity. Maple Grove's Daniel Shear in 1. Hugh Nightingale of Champlin Park in 2. Thomas Botkin, another Maple Grove captain, in lane 3. Calvin Smith of Champlin Park in lane 4. Eris Liu in lane 5 of Maple Grove. And Matthew Anderson rounds it out in lane 6 for Champlin Park. Looks like before that we're going to be going to the diving portion. We don't have the diving cards for the divers, so we will televise this, but we will not be doing commentary. All right, we're back. Diving portion finished up, and now we're going to get on to everybody's favorite part of the entire meet, which is the Chuck-a-Duck. This is one of our Maple Grove fundraisers. You can buy a duck for $2 or 3 ducks for $5. And then everybody throws, and you split the pot with the swim team for all the winners. After this, we'll be on to the boys 100-yard butterfly for varsity. No winners tonight. As we said, that's part of the fundraising for Maple Grove Boys Swim and Dive. So all money from that goes directly to the swim team and supporting them in their trip to Duluth and all sorts of other activities. So we appreciate all of those who tried. Sorry there are no winners, but we'll catch you next time. After we get the lane lines back in and probably a short warm-up for the swimmers, we'll be on to the 100-yard butterfly varsity. For those who are interested, our score right now is Maple Grove 49, Champlin Park 29. After we finish our warm-up, we'll be right back to calling the races. All right, we're about ready to go here. This is going to be the 100-yard butterfly for varsity. For Maple Grove in lane 1, it'll be Daniel Shear. In lane 3, Captain Thomas Botkin. And in lane 4, Eris Liu. Lane 5. Lane 2 for Champlin Park will be Hugh Nightingale. And lane 4, Calvin Smith. And lane 6 will be Matthew Anderson. Again, for those who might not have heard it, the current score is Maple Grove 49, Champlin Park 29. Here we go at the start of the 100-yard butterfly. Good start for Eris in lane 5. Looks like Eris and Botkin in first in 5 and 3, followed closely in lane 2 by Nightingale. Nice turn by Botkin, puts him in the lead. He has overtaken Liu in 5. Nightingale chasing closely in 3rd in lane 2. Great turn by Liu. Make up some distance on teammate Botkin, but Botkin's right back to his lead again. As he gets ready to touch halfway point. Here he comes. Final 25. Strong lead for Botkin in 2. Eris Liu is fighting off Park Center's Nightingale in 2, but Nightingale might touch first. It's going to be close. Liu did get it. So Botkin at 1 minute, .24. Liu in lane 5 at 1:04:39. Right behind him in lane 2 for Champlin Park is Nightingale at 1:05:06. 4th place to Maple Grove's Daniel Shear in lane 1, 1:09:56. 5th place to Calvin Smith of Champlin Park at 1:13:03. And 6th place in lane 6 to Matthew Anderson, 1:26:56. This will be the 100-yard freestyle junior varsity. 6 lanes. For Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5 will be Landon Locker, Andres Chepelin, and Dion Yoshi. Lane 2, Adam Whitehouse. 4, Nathan Rohde, and Jamison Stover, and 6 for Champlin Park. Good start for both Yoshi and Stover in 5 and 6. Stover looks like he might be out to a lead here. But Locker in lane 1 is right there too. 2nd place right now could go to Rohde in 4. But he is now pulling up into the lead. He will indeed touch at the halfway point in the lead. But here comes Yoshi right back again. Still looks like Rohde in first. Yoshi right there with him. And on the outside for Maple Grove is Locker. Looks like he's in 3rd. Possibly Chepelin in 3. Yoshi pulls farther ahead. If he can hang on, he'll take this one. But it looks like Rohde's coming on strong. Yoshi's going to touch just ahead of Rohde to take 1st place in lane 5 at 1:11:18. Rohde 2nd place at 1:11:75. 3rd place in lane 1, Landon Locker of Maple Grove, 1:12:94. 4th place goes to Champlin Park's Jamison Stover in lane 6, 1:13:35. 5th place, lane 3, Andres Chepelin at 1:14:10. Rounding it out in lane 2 is Adam Whitehouse at Champlin Park, 1:17:43. So the boys 100 freestyle varsity Lucas Rasky in lane 1 for Maple Grove. Gabe Jimenez in lane 3. Luke Martin in lane 5. Head, Von Leahy, and Hauk in 2, 4, and 6 for Champlin. Quick start for Jimenez in 3. Nice turn. He hasn't broken the water yet. There he is, halfway down the length before he's out of the water. He is in a 1-length lead and continues to pull farther ahead in lane 4 for Maple Grove. He's followed in lane 4 by Von Leahy of Champlin Park, who touches in second. Third at this point appears to be Luke Martin of Maple Grove in lane 5. But Gavin Head in lane 2 looks like he will touch third ahead of Martin. Oh no, Martin does take third place. So Jimenez at 55.87 in lane 1. Lane 4 is second place at 57.42. Third place goes to Martin at 58.8 in lane 5. Right, so we're on to the 500. We're going to have a special guest for this one. All right, so I've got Jonathan Gleniani with me. Jonathan, you're a Maple Grove swimmer. What year are you?
This is my 3rd year on the team.
Okay, and you're not swimming currently because you have a broken foot, right?
Yeah, I fractured it going up some stairs like a month ago now.
So walking upstairs, you broke your foot.
Yep, I fell forward and hyperextended it.
So how long before you're back in, well, as they say in the swim of things here?
It was supposed to be close to a month or a month and a half, but I went to the doctor the other day and they said I can slowly start swimming and I'll have the boot off in 2 weeks.
You can't swim with the boot on?
Sadly, no. I wish.
So what have you been able to do?
I've been doing a lot in the weight room, just lifting weights. Not a lot of legs though, sadly. I might have twig legs by the end of this.
So right now we're swimming the 500, and the reason we have a guest during this is it's a pretty long race. But what I like to do is ask, the swimmers we have up here, sort of what is the pacing technique that you believe a lot of people use, and then if you swim the 500 at all, tell me what you'd use.
Some people call it a paced sprint. Like this kid, Brady came up before, he's swimming the 500 next heat, but you want to hit the same 50 split, each 50, to get the time you want, and the person who is counting for you at the end of your lane, if you talk to them about it, will shake the board to tell you if you're going too fast, going too slow. What some guy's shaking it right now, that means work on technique, get your technique up. Or it's different for every swimmer too. Whatever they prefer, whatever they tell the person that is.
So I've seen it shaken up and down. I've seen it move side to side. What do those different signals mean?
Usually up and down is go fast. Side to side is technique or turns. Or if they flip it upside down and start shaking it, you're really behind, you got to pick it up.
Okay, is there any signal for hey, you're in first place, but a guy's gaining on you quick here?
I wish, but I don't think anyone's come up with that yet.
Maybe you just have to spin the sign around a bunch of times?
That'd be awesome.
So right now, this is just the JV version, and this is 3 swimmers for Champlin Park. Our next is going to be the varsity version is going to be Brady Kuklock in first, Connor Elfstrand in third, and Jacob Engler in lane 5. Can you tell us anything about any of those swimmers?
Brady is awesome. He's looking to go for I think 6:10, which would be 39-second splits each 50. Who was the second person again?
Connor Elfstrand.
Connor, I think he said he was looking to go a 5:15. I don't know what the 50 split for that was. I think it's 30-31.
That's a lot of math.
Yeah, it is. I'm not that good at math, so I use a calculator on a website.
Okay, and then Jacob Engler, one of the captains, is he much of a 500 swimmer? I don't recall having seen him swim it very often.
I haven't seen him swim very often either, but I think he might be pretty good at distance from what I've heard.
So, have you swum a 500 before?
Too many.
And how do you go about it?
I haven't swum in a while, but when I used to swim them a lot, I used to get like really nervous before each event because it's like really long. It's like, I don't know, it's so hard to explain the pain you go through when you're swimming a 500. Like you hit the halfway point and it feels like you should be done. And by the end of it, your arms are just like spaghetti noodles. It's crazy.
So how far is the 500? Is this it's got to be about a little under a third of a mile?
Yeah, in club swimming they don't have the kind of events here, but it goes 500, 1,000, 1,500. So this would be a third of a mile. The 1,000 would be like 2/3, and then the 1,500 is a mile.
Okay, have you ever swum the 1,500?
No, I've swum the 1,000 though. It was really rough, really bad.
Could you do the 15 if you had to?
I would do it, but I definitely would not want to.
Okay. So what can you tell us about this year's team? I know you guys lost a lot of seniors and you've lost a couple other guys. How's the team holding up?
It's really good, especially like energy-wise. All the guys have a lot of energy. The new swimmers are really good too. They're really dedicated and focused. I know in the past we've had some issues, but these guys are really good. And I'm really proud that they are as dedicated as they are, and they're making a lot of progress.
So of all the guys on the team, who's like your favorite to be around in a meet?
Probably Edgar, the new foreign exchange student. He's awesome.
And why is that?
For some reason, I just cling to the foreign exchange students. They just got so much energy.
And who's the biggest goofball on the team right now?
Probably Edgar.
And so is that why you like to be around him too?
Probably, I think so, yeah. He's awesome.
Who brings like the most energy to a meet?
I'd say for sure the captains help to, I don't know what the word is, to kind of make it happen. But I think a lot of the younger swimmers do for sure. The older swimmers are kind of more calmer, but especially the 7th and 8th graders, they got so much more energy and they use it all in the right places.
So of the younger swimmers, who do you think might be someone to who in the next couple seasons here is probably just going to blossom and take off?
I think I totally forgot his name. There's this one kid in I'm sorry, I totally blanking. I forgot his name. It's either so we got Hudson, the one person I forgot his name, and Daniel Schur. He's 9th grade, same age as me, and this year he's just taken off. I think he got first place in the 200 IM for the varsity event. He's like, last year he was good, but not that good, and this year he's just taken off. He's doing awesome.
And does that just mean time in the pool, or is that what does it, or what's the X factor there?
It definitely is time in the pool, and I don't know what his training thing is or what he does, but it's also such a dedication thing, you know? Your dedication can be really low, and you're not gonna, and you can be like spending tons of time in the pool, two-a-day practices, and you're not gonna be good at all. But if you got that dedication and you got the passion for the sport, you're gonna be amazing.
And you swim club, correct?
Yeah, I do. I swim for, it was NHCP, now it's Tuna.
Okay, and what's a season like for that? Does that go year-round?
It goes year-round, but they do have the 4 seasons: winter, fall, spring, summer.
Are you in any other sports besides swimming?
I do swimming and track and field in the spring.
Okay, what do you run in track and field?
I do a lot of distance. The 800, sometimes the mile, sometimes 400. Mostly 800 though.
So you run it, but you won't swim it?
No. No, thank you.
What is your favorite couple events to swim and why?
Last year, I was injured, and it really threw me off because I used to be a distance guy, and then I really got into 50s and 100s. So based off last year, I think the 100 back and the 50 free for sure.
What's your least favorite?
100 fly.
Not the 500?
No. 100 fly is way worse.
And why is the fly worse?
Butterfly just sucks all around. It's such a difficult sport, not sport, stroke. It's just because you got to get your arms so far out of the water for each stroke. I don't know what it is, but it's just exhausting.
And you have to time the kick exactly right too, don't you?
Yeah, it has a sort of rhythm to it. It's funky. It's hard to get down when you're new.
Would you say that's like the toughest stroke for people to pick up?
It's a close second to breaststroke. Breaststroke is definitely the hardest stroke to learn.
Okay. It can't be that tough. Zach learned it.
For sure. Zach picked up quick.
Okay, well, now we're going to be on to the varsity version here. This is going to be Brady in 1 for Maple Grove, Sam Mayer, Champlin Park in 2, Connor Elfstrand in 3, Helmrich in 4, Jacob Engler of Maple Grove in 5, and Woodward in 6. So, again, they're going to just be trying to, what do you call it, a pace sprint here?
Yeah, paced, especially for varsity events or when you go to state or something, or even sections, it looks like these guys are sprinting, for sure. Especially Logan Sear, one of our captains last year. This was his main event. When he swam this, it looked like he was sprinting the entire time. It was crazy.
Is he the best one you've seen swim it for Maple Grove?
Yes, for sure. For Maple Grove, he was the best 500 person I've seen.
Okay, so right now it looks like we've got Elfstrand in, well, right near the lead here. Looks like Helmrich of Champlin Park will touch first in 4, but he's followed on either side by Engler in 5 and Elfstrand in 3. It's funny to me how fast, this race, the pacing can change. You can have somebody who's in first place for half the race who finishes in 5th. Is that just because they run out of gas, or somebody hung on a little better, or a combination of both?
It's definitely an endurance race, and if you go out too fast, it's not going to end well. I speak from experience. If you go out too fast and you're like trying to, because you can always kind of fall back at the beginning and save your energy and be someone at the end, but if you go out too fast, it's not going to be a very enjoyable race, for sure.
Now, a lot of people, I learned this having a son who swims, and didn't swim competitively myself, but they really play up how much a wake affects you. Is a wake really that big a deal?
I personally have never had an issue with it. The only thing it bugged me on was breaststroke, especially when you're in a race, when you're in a lane by yourself, and you're pushing forward with your hands. It creates more of like a wave in front of you, and when the wave bounces off the wall, it kind of smacks you in the face sometimes for breaststroke.
So sometimes I'll see somebody swim down the middle of a lane. Sometimes we'll see them close to the lane lines. Is there a strategy to that at all, and why they're doing it that way?
I struggle with that too. In practice, you do a thing called circle swimming, where you'll go down on the right side of the lane, flip your turn, and go up back on the right side of the lane. So you always stay on the right. It's like when you're driving a car, but for a race, you want to stay in the middle as much as possible, and it's hard to switch between that, but if you're circle swimming in a race, it's not going to drastically affect your time, but it's going to affect you because you're swimming around in a circle in your lane.
Well, we see some of these races come down to a 100th of a second, so it's got to affect you at least a little bit.
It for sure does affect you, especially on the flip turns when you're, when you're circle swimming, it's sometimes you come in on the right side and you have to push off a weird way to get to the other side of the lane. And if you're doing that during your race, it's definitely going to drastically affect your performance and your time.
Now, aren't you doing that in practice so you can get more swimmers through the lane and more laps?
Yeah, because you can't have a lane for each swimmer, so you got 5 or 6 kids in each lane, so it works better.
Okay. So we're a little over halfway through here. For those who can see it on the camera, they've got the lane counters. There are 20 laps in this race, correct?
Yep, 20.
Now, do you guys consider it a lap to go down and back, or just down?
A lap is down, so 10 down and back.
Okay. All right. Well, so when you're not falling up the stairs and hurting yourself, what else are you doing during practice? Are you spending most of your time in the weight room? Are you doing anything in the pool at all?
Right now, obviously, I'm not doing anything in the pool at all, but we'll go to the weight room for about an hour before practice, and then we got 2-hour practices. So, and then I just do whatever the coach tells me. So they write a set out and stuff. Just follow the coach and stuff.
And how is it different this year having Lindsay and Blake with Coach Carone out for the season?
Coach Carone definitely had he was the varsity coach. He definitely he was very chill. And Lindsay is definitely a lot more strict, but she's a very good coach. And Blake's a great coach too. And it hasn't changed too much. It's just different environment and stuff and different coaching strategies. But we've all begin to adapt and stuff, and we all get along, and it all goes good.
So what I'm hearing you say is you like Coach Carone way more than Lindsay and Blake.
I never said that.
I know you didn't say it, but I'm just reading between the lines here.
If Lindsay sees this, I'm dead.
Oh, I'm sure she'll see it. So we're on to the final lap here. Into their last, looks like their last 50. So we have lane 4, it looks like. Is it Helmrich here? Yeah, looks like he'll come in first for Park. Connor Elfstrand in lane 3 looks like he is in second. So what do you think of the captains this year?
I really like them. I think they're really good. Really good leaders, and have done a great job so far leading the team.
Okay. Well, first place does go to Helmrich in lane 4. He's 5:17.87. Connor Elfstrand comes in at 5:38.54. What did you say you thought Connor was trying to shoot for?
Around 5:20-ish.
Okay, so he's off by a little. See if third place is going to go to lane 2 for Champlin Park at 6:03.11. That's Sam Mayer. And Jacob Mangler is right behind him at 6:03.76 for Maple Grove. Fifth place in lane 6 is Nash Woodward for Champlin Park. And then Brady will finish it out in lane 1 for Maple Grove in 6th place. He should come in right around 6:40. Yep, 6:40.32. All right, well, Jonathan, thanks for coming up here and spending some time with us and telling us about your unfortunate accident. We hope you get back in the pool soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, and we'll make sure Coach Lindsay watches us.
All right, everybody, that was Jonathan Gleniani, one of the names I struggled with the most when I started doing this a couple of years ago. So now we're on to the 200-yard freestyle relay, junior varsity. This is 3 lanes, Maple Grove in 3 and 5. It's Chaplin, Kelly, and Timothy. We only have 3 swimmers in that one. And Altapeter, Edelman, Wilson, and Locker in 5. Champlin Park is Simonson, Whitehouse, Kane, and Vandal in lane 4. Again, this is junior varsity 200-yard freestyle. So each swimmer is swimming 50 meters or 50 yards. Champlin's out to a strong lead. Their second swimmer, Adam Whitehouse, is in the water. But right behind him, Jeremy Kelly's trying to catch up. And he's doing a pretty good job of it. He's cut the lead way down. He's within a body length. Kelly will be passing off to Oliver Timothy. Right behind Whitehouse, passing off to Kane in 4. Maple Grove's Aaron Edelman in lane 5 is finishing off his 50. And he will pass off to Miles Wilson third swimmer. Wilson's in the water. Lucas Vandal, final swimmer for Champlin Park in lane 4. Maple Grove does not have a third swimmer or fourth swimmer in lane 3. After this, we'll have the 200-yard freestyle varsity relay as Vandal touches in to win this one, 1:54.43. Sorry, I have the wrong lane there, 2:04.18. Last swimmer in lane 5 for Maple Grove is Landon Locker. So when we get to the varsity race next, Maple Grove will be in lanes 1, 3, and 5. In lane 1, Christopher Osborne, David Fuchs, Brady Kuklock, and Lucas Rasky. In lane 3, Thomas Botkin, Daniel Shear, Gabe Jimenez, and Benjamin Pay. In lane 5, Luke Martin, Adam Munneke, Hudson Peterson, and Alex Pickens. Champlin Park will be in lane 2 with Hauk, Pullman, Anderson, Kane. Lane 4, Finke, Smith, Thibodeau, Nightingale. And 6, Simshauer, Stover, Rohde, and Kachaya. Maple Grove finishes out at 2:51.69 in lane 5 in that last race. So here we go, 200-yard freestyle relay, varsity. Botkin starts off strong in first place in lane 3 for Maple Grove, followed closely by Hinkie in lane 4. Good turn by Botkin. He's building on that lead. Third place right now looks to be lane 2 for Champlin Park, but Maple Grove in lane 5 is right there as well. Second swimmer in the water for Maple Grove in lane 3 is Daniel Shear. Daniel building on the lead. Maple Grove has pulled up into third place in lane 5. Shear will pass on to Gabe Jimenez. And Maple Grove does indeed pull into second place in lane 5. As Munneke passes off to Hudson Peterson. Thibodeau in lane 4 for Champlin Park right there. He's going to try and take second place back. Here comes Jimenez. Half a pool length lead. He's going to pass off to Benjamin Pay. Thibodeau does take second place back, just barely. He passes off to Nightingale, and Peterson in lane 5 passes off to Pickens. Nightingale swimming strong. He's not going to give up second place. Maple Grove does take first in lane 3 at 1:37.24. Nightingale is going to pull Champlin Park in lane 4 at 1:04.79, and Pickens comes in for Maple Grove third in lane 5, 1:47.24. Fourth place to Park, Champlin Park in 1:52.78, lane 4. Lane 1, Maple Grove comes in fifth at 1:58.06. And Champlin Park will finish it off in lane 6 at 2:10.20. So we got boys junior varsity backstroke, 100 yards. This will be Landon Head in lane 2 for Champlin Park. Anders Chaplin in lane 3. Maple Grove, Addison Kane in 4 for Champlin Park. Jeremy Kelly in 5, Maple Grove. And finishing it out in lane 6 is Owen Waldo for Champlin Park in lane 6. Waldo in 6 appears to be out to the lead here. followed closely by teammate Addison in 4. But Jeremy Kelly is right there with him in lane 5. Kelly trying to slowly pull into second place. He will. He's in second place at the wall. Trying to catch up to Waldo here. Waldo still has the lead, although Kelly has cut it down to half a body length. They both hit the turn. Third place in lane 2 is Landon Head at Champlin Park. Kelly's going to try and catch up here, but he's just not going to have enough pool to do it. But he will take second place from Maple Grove in lane 5. But first place goes to Waldo of Champlin Park at 122.71. Kelly right behind him at 123.58. Third place, Landon Head for Champlin Park in lane 3, 125.29. Fourth place, Addison Kane, Champlin Park at 127.65. Now we're on to the same event, 100-yard backstroke for varsity. Maple Grove's Hudson Peterson in lane 1. Sam Mayer of Champlin Park in 2. Captain Thomas Botkin in 3. Champlin Park's Henry Finke in lane 4, as well as Bennett Von Leahy in 6. And Captain Alex Pickens from Maple Grove in lane 5.
Take your mark.
Finke off to a strong start here. He's really swimming hard. He is in first in lane 4. Botkin and Pickens are bookending him in 3 and 5. They appear to be in second and third. But Von Leahy in lane 6 is trying to pull up into third here next to Pickens. Finke touches at the halfway point. He's got a good body length lead on Botkin and Pickens. And they're right there with him, but Von Leahy in 4 is not going away either. Finke in lane 4. He will stay ahead with, even though a late charge from Botkin here. Finke will touch first in lane 4 at 1:03.33. Pickens comes in second place at 1:05.28, right ahead of fellow captain for Maple Grove, Thomas Botkin, 1:03.54. Fourth place for Bennett Von Leahy in lane 4 is 1:07. Fifth place, lane 5, is Sam Mayer of Champlin Park at 1:12.37. Lane 1, Maple Grove, Hudson Peterson rounds it out, sixth place at 1:14.09. So now we're the junior varsity 100-yard breaststroke. This will be David Fuchs of Champlin Park in 1. David Fuchs of Maple Grove in lane 1. Whitehouse of Champlin Park in 2. Munike, Maple Grove in 3. Ryan Kane in 4 for Champlin, and lane 6, Josh Niederhauser of Champlin Park. Good strong lead for Munike. He touches first in the wall. He's ahead by about 2 body lengths. Second place is Kane of Champlin Park. And then it's anybody's call who's in third right now. Munike building on that long lead. He's half a pool length ahead. Niederhauser and Ryan And White House, all even at second place, trailed slightly by David Fuchs of Maple Grove in lane 1. Monarchy will finish it out easily at almost a full pool length ahead in lane 3 at 119.50. Looks like second place will probably go to White House in lane 2. Third for Niederhauser in 6. And that is indeed what happens. Fourth place in lane 4 is Ryan Kane. And then finishing up fifth in lane 1 at 142.13 for Maple Grove is David Fuchs. So now we're on to our second to last event, the boys 100-yard breaststroke varsity. Zach Ruhr in lane 1, Benjamin P. in lane 3, and Eris Liu in lane 5 for Maple Grove. This is the varsity 100-yard breaststroke. Looks like first into the wall is P, followed by Helmrich. Ruhr was third into the wall, but he's fallen back a little bit as Eris Liu is pulled up into second place. So it is P and Liu in 3 and 5 for Maple Grove, followed by Helmrich in 4, Ruhr in 1. And now on the outside, Thibodeau has come up into fourth place. So Benjamin P. will take first place at 107.61. Excuse me, Eris Liu, 110.48, second place, lane 5. Third place for Champlin Park is Helmrich at 113. Fourth place at 113.21 is Thibodeau. And fifth place for Maple Grove, Ruhr, 118.29. Sixth place, 129.84 is Smith of Champlin Park. So we're on to our last race. This is a boys 400-yard freestyle varsity. Maple Grove is going to be Locker, Yoshi, Kelly, and Ruhr. Lane 3, Elfstrand, Liu, Engler, and Botkin. Lane 5, Munike, Kuklak, Rasky, and Peterson. Champlin Park in 2, 4, and 6 will be Mayer, Pullman, Hauk, Nightingale, Woodward, Von Leahy, Head, and Helmrich. And then rounding it out in 6 is Hibben, Waldo, Kane, and Kane. A couple of swimmers from Maple Grove swimming back-to-back races here. Swimmers are getting ready, making sure we have the times down. They're on the blocks for the last race. Again, Maple Grove in 1, 3, and 5. This is varsity 400-yard freestyle relay. Good start for both Maple Grove swimmers in 5 and 3. That is Munike and Elfstrand respectively. Elfstrand will touch first, Munike second. But right there in third place in lane 4 is Woodward. He appears to have pulled slightly ahead of Munike. Elfstrand, nice body and a half length. lead. Good turn in lane 3. Monarchy is now fighting off both Hibben and Mayer. Elfstrand, strong first 100. He will touch in and pass off to Eris Liu, second swimmer for Maple Grove in lane 3. Second place right now in lane 4. Woodward passes off to Von Leahy. And then right after him in lane 2, Pullman hits the water. Maple Grove's Brady Kuklak in lane 5. Going to try and take third place back here. Good strong swim for Liu. He's just building on that lead. It's half a pool length now. Kuklak does in fact pull up into 4th. He's going to try and catch Pullman. But Owen Waldo in 6th isn't going away either. Liu gets ready to pass off to Jacob Engler, one of the captains. Engler's in the water, third swimmer for Maple Grove in lane 3. Von Leahy will pass off to Head in lane 4. Champlin Park's Jacob Hauk hits the water in lane 2 for third place. As Rasky in 5 and Addison Kane in 6 hit the water at the same time in 4th place. Engler is building on that lead. He's about 3/4 of a pool length ahead now and swimming strong. Lead's only going to get bigger the way he's going. Watkins in the water. Last swimmer for Maple Grove in lane 3. He might touch the end of the pool before Champlin Park gets their second swimmer in. Full pool length lead for Botkin and Maple Grove as Helmrich tries to make up some of that distance. Peterson in 5 and Kane in 4. Take off at the same time. Slight lead for Kane. Botkin cruising to a win here in lane 3. Will come in at about 3:42. 3:41.54 to take the lead, to take the win for Maple Grove. Looks like second place is going to go to lane 4 in Champlin Park as Helmrich touches in. Third place will go to Champlin Park in lane 2 at 4:05.89. Kuklak's going to take 4th from Maple Grove in lane 5. See if he can sneak this under 4:25. He will not, but he's going to be close. 4:25.31, 4th place for Maple Grove in lane 5. Finishing it out in lane 6 for Champlin Park for 5th place is Ryan Kane. And then closing it out for Maple Grove in lane 1 in 6th place is Zach Rohr, 4:40.67. So that's our meet, folks. We'll hang on here and see if we can get a final score for you. It's a good first place finish for Maple Grove there. Again, we're just waiting on a final score. See if we can get it here. So the final score is Champlin Park 80, Maple Grove 104. So it's a win for Maple Grove. Nice meet. And we will catch you